Hi everyone, my name is Zachary Gura of ShortLifeLongRoad.com, and today I briefly wanted to talk to you about this whole grinding slash productivity mentality that seems to have kind of overtaken our society as of late. At least it's taken over my social media feeds. That's all day, every day. I sit there and scroll, and that's all I see is daily reminders to be your best self and utilize your time wisely, and make sure you pursue your dreams because tomorrow might be too late. Blah blah blah. All those types of messages. My problem isn't necessarily with the messages. I think that the original intent of them, is for the greater good. Some people do need those reminders every day, and I think they apply mostly to people who are unhappy with their circumstances or are trying to become a CEO of a Fortune 500 company or something like that. I think those daily reminders are great for those kinds of people, but I think that it has caused some of us to forget the important things or some of the underlying things to being alive and being a human. And it's all well and good to pursue your dreams and to be as productive as possible because you only have one life, and you don't want to say what if either. But I think it can become a little bit unhealthy if your work outside of work becomes a compulsion, and or if it starts to make you feel guilty for using your time for something other than self-improvement or pursuing a goal. I can speak from my own experience where I started feeling guilty for enjoying the leisurely hobbies that I enjoy. I enjoy walking my dog. I enjoy playing with my dog. I enjoy my guitar, playing video games, reading. So many different things, and all of those I started to consider all of those as distractions from what my goal is. And my goal is to become a published author. And so what I started doing was dedicating all of my leisure time to writing this book. It turned out to be counterproductive because at the end of the day, I started hating writing and I hated editing. I hated the whole process because instead of doing it because I love it and because it's a dream that I want to pursue, I did it because I felt like I was obligated to do it. I felt like I had to do it. And instead of, again, an enjoyable hobby, it became work. It became more work. And I think that defeated the purpose of the whole thing. And again, some of this isn't going to apply to some people, especially those who want to utilize 80 hours a week for, to be the next Jeff Bezos. Totally fine. But when it starts impacting the things that you enjoy, when it starts, making you feel guilty for not, focusing enough attention on what is essentially a dream slash hobby, then I think it's time to take a step back from that mindset and, reevaluate what's most important to you and kind of accept that time moves at its own pace, accept that you can only do what you can do with the tools and the circumstances that you're in, and not feel guilty when it's time to have leisure time. And nobody's going to be successful overnight, and so I think you have to try to accept progress as it comes. It's not saying, be a bum and, pursue the dream one day out of, 6 months. That doesn't make sense. You'll never get anywhere that way. But it's about not overloading yourself and not taking away from the things that you enjoy in this life, because at the end of the day, that's all we really have, right? It's the family, the friends, the hobbies, the things that we enjoy. And while we all might want something better, there's no, at least to me, it doesn't seem like there's any point in killing ourselves over it, because again, it becomes, instead of being an enjoyable adventure where we can watch ourselves progress and grow and also enjoy all the things that we like to enjoy at the same time, it just becomes work. And I think that's the death of most positive mindsets, because when things become an obligation and a responsibility, it takes the enjoyment out of it. And like I said, I was feeling so guilty about all the other things. It takes the enjoyment out of everything. And so I'm a big proponent of the idea that life is about balance. It's not about necessarily dedicating all my resources and time and efforts towards one thing. It's about allocating it in a way where I can sit there and enjoy this, and that, and I can also spend take care of my responsibilities and my body, myself, and also dedicate a little bit of time to pursuing my dreams. If I don't happen to, dedicate enough time today to it, that's okay. I shouldn't feel bad about it because, maybe I'm doing something that I enjoy and I'm just allowing myself to, get some rest and relaxation or whatever the heck it might be. But my brother and I, we don't live together. We're best friends, and it's one of our outlets is to play video games together. And there was a time when I neglected him completely because I was trying to work on my book, and I was missing out. I was missing out on my friendship. I didn't realize what kind of effect it had on me. So it's just about appreciating the things that you have, accepting that progress takes time, not killing yourself over something that may or may not even happen. And, not allowing that mindset to suck the fun out of everything, out of the pursuing the goal. There's fun in pursuing the goal. Even though it's hard and stressful and confusing, it's still fun. It's still fun to kind of run the race. And again, you can't allow it to distract or to make you feel bad for just doing the things you want to do. So it's just, I think everybody's different. Everybody has different goals and mentalities when it comes to this, but I think we've just kind of forgotten that other part where, hey, I'm not going to become successful overnight, and here's the things that I enjoy. I'm going to go ahead and spend a little bit of time enjoying these things while I can, because I'm not always going to be this young. I'm not always going to be in the position that I'm in. And again, I know circumstances are different for everyone, but carve some time out for yourself. Don't feel guilty for not using 100% of your time for self-improvement or to improve your condition, because at the end of the day, all you really have is what you enjoy and what makes you happy, and neglecting those things, I think, will only make you regretful. It's not to say that you won't regret, not utilizing your time as well as you should have, but and maybe it's just my mindset, but I just have this feeling that, man, I wish I would have just, and that's how I felt in college. I played baseball, I had a job, dedicated all this time to school, and it was like, man, I wish I would have used my free time a little bit better just to sit back and enjoy the experience a little bit, because it's never going to come back. So anyway, that's my thought for the day. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, just take the time, enjoy what you enjoy, feel no guilt, and just keep grinding when you can, and just don't let it become a job. All right, everybody, take care of yourselves. Peace.